What? I didn't tell her nothing.
On YouTube channel, for one.
Right.
You gotta cut all her devices.
I know, right? I should.
Your mama more high tech than I am. That's to say that part.
Is she really?
Yes.
How so?
She be on all the stuff, child.
Hey, sweetie pie. Hey, no nonsense. Squad in the house. I didn't have on no makeup when I did the interview. I meant to go put on my lashes and stuff. It was impromptu. Now I'm gonna put on my makeup for my evening wear. I should have been cute, but I wasn't. Hey, you guys. Squad. We back. Yes, Jen. Thank you. I did not see your question. I need to go look. Hold on. Let me go look. Hold on. I'm looking right now because I'm waiting on Josh to come over here. They love them. So Peter talk about he handsome. Child, bad.
Can you tell us how you met Peter?
Is Peter my favorite housewife, Jen? You so shady. Thank you for the super chat. And Elizabeth, thank you. LaShabia, thank you. Elizabeth got Peter together, all the way together, honey. Y'all crack me up. Josh, don't be sitting behind me. You know, people be in their feelings when you sit behind me. Honey. Let me get the light right. Let me
give me the light. You need to be a high. I'm taller than you.
You need to put your. I'm in the chair though. So maybe there you go.
That's
and you blocking the good scene, the good skyline.
But every light is my light. Who am I kidding?
Let me see. We got the comments together. Get out of my shirt.
Show your breasts.
Why I gotta show them? I know they there.
Show something. You too covered up. Oh, you got the knee out.
So let's talk about this for a second here. Sweetie Pie said, oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Want to cough it up?
Yes, please. Where they at?
Cough it down.
And how you smoking? I don't understand how people who have sinus problems be smoking.
An allergy. I can't stop.
I don't understand. The first thing he do is come over here.
That's what we got.
Thank you so much. Hi, you guys. I know we did so many videos today.
My new hookah set over here. They got a whole new,
what's
really
the new
nice
hookah set?
It's beautiful. It's so sexy. It just match your color. Bring a red one over here. It's so sexy. Where'd you get straight from A engraved on it?
I know. I put some gold on my nose. I was trying to make my nose small.
She's using the Kylie kit.
Is
that cashmere on your face? She got some of that Kim whipped cream.
No, I didn't contribute to Kim's 15 million. What? How much they made?
$15 million, honey.
15 or 50?
15, she said. $1 million. And she said her kids richer than Kenya.
I don't know if the super chat go through Cash App. If you do Cash App me, you can Cash App me at I am ATLien. If you would like to donate to our super chat, your donations go to help me secure these celebrities, honey.
So sometimes we have to pay for these things.
I ain't paying nobody. Shoot, they better.
Yes, you do. Because
it took me gas money. It took me time. It took me energy, and it took me time off of my site to sit here and talk to Peter's ass when I really didn't want to because I had other work to do. I love Peter though. He said when your son was little, you bought him a book that illustrated how black people come in all shades of color. And he said to me, he wasn't black, but he was brown. He went to his crayons. I get it, sweetie pie. I get it. I totally get it. But if you're going to call your black son brown, why aren't you calling your white son a color? That was my only issue because you can't discriminate between the two. The daughter is white, but the son isn't black. Like, that's what I didn't get. Cash App is an app on your phone that just sends money to people. It's like PayPal, only it's Cash App. But feel free to super chat me, like this video, subscribe to my channel. The reason I do live videos is because it affords me the opportunity to do other things. Your donations do help, and I appreciate it. And people be like, you don't need no money. Hey, I need all the money. I keep telling y'all that. That's why I keep trying to get Josh on, trying to get Derek on, trying to get Kaya on. Hell, I might try to get Peter. I'm trying to get everybody to get on the YouTube so that they can continue entertaining everybody, and so they can, like, you know, give me all their money.
Some of y'all may think Peter's handsome, but I think Peter has a charismatic personality, and he's cool to be around.
Peter's very cool to be around.
He's cool, very cool to be around. He's a person you really want to party with.
Hey, Lanina. Hey, No Nonsense. Hey, Jazbelle. Hey, Miss Virgo. Hey, Gemini X, Queen of 16s. Get me on. Get you on, Queen. I mean, you know, that's what the blogging masterclass is about, that Zills and I have been working so tirelessly on. And like I told you, I'm trying to get it all together, and it's taking my time off the blog. If you notice on my blog, I only had like one post today, and that post took 2 hours. Then I had to run around and do stuff. I'm a one-woman army, but, you know, counting Zills and Josh, I'm actually. Thank you so much, Open Lanes. That is so generous. I so totally appreciate you. But you know, I have a few help, but I don't have an assistant. I don't have any of that, and I do all of this by myself. You know, I try to get the tea from everybody. I go to all the events. I type it up. I edit the pictures. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I can, you know, that's not me bragging. It's just it is what it is. People get mad at me saying that, but it's what I do. You two are great. Peter is ignorant. Thank you, D. Ramsey.
Oh, thank you, D. Ramsey.
Peter is my favorite. And who asked me he's my favorite housewife. He'll be back next season.
Greg's your favorite husband.
Greg is my favorite husband.
He's such a nice guy.
Greg is so sweet.
No, a nice guy. He really is a nice guy.
He really is. Biggie, what are you doing?
No matter where you at, wherever you see Greg, he always come over and show you love. We could be in a room full of people. Greg like, hey,
why you gotta use that voice?
Hey, because he's so cool. Peter's like an OG.
Greg is an OG.
Peter's an OG.
They both OGs.
But have you ever partied with Peter and
yes, and Greg. Yes, yeah, okay. They all OGs.
I ain't partied with.
They are gentlemen. I love me some old men, honey. Old men buy all the drinks.
The food, all the drinks.
That's why I told Peter, I was like, you know, I'll drink your drinks now. You know, I'm gonna drink all the drinks. I'll be at the bar. Send me a drink. If you ever see me at the bar.
The food at Bar 1 was good.
The food at Bar 1 was.
It was a good environment.
That's why if Peter ever opens his other restaurant in Atlanta, I will definitely support him, because Bar 1 was my favorite.
But Dutch used to chase Michelle around Bar 1 trying to get her to sign the papers. Michelle, I ain't here. Y'all go to the bathroom.
Y'all ain't seen me. You know, Peter be letting me in. I be going in on the side. So I'm like, y'all ain't seen me. I am not signing no confidentiality agreement. That is in violation of my terms and conditions.
This is right.
We ain't gonna do it. So if you recall, when Apollo apologized to Kenya, I was right there like this. At the window like this. And then my other friend was across the street. They was on the way to the car, and he was like, "Oh, I got them." I was like, "For real?" And then they sent me that video, and it's on Sturk on A, because a lot of it was cut out. But basically, that's why Phaedra didn't come to Bar 1 that night, because Apollo beat her there, and you know they were, you know, he was getting ready to go to jail. They weren't speaking. It was all kinds of shit. But Apollo and Peter were still friends. Apollo showed up during Cynthia's Essence cover event and apologized to Kenya. And I don't even know, I can't even remember the whole story. I don't even know if it was an apology per se.
I think he did it in spite of the face.
Yeah, he did. He did. Because I believe, you know, Kenya was being shady. Kenya did some things to piss Phaedra off. So
on purpose.
Yeah, I'm not saying that her and Apollo slept together, but she was texting him, and yeah. He said, "You ain't mad at Peter. You agree that color of your skin is different from ethnicity." I agree, Erica. But like I said, when you're talking about white and black, I'm sorry, I got hair on my lip. When you're talking about black and white, which she was talking about her white son and her her white daughter and her black son, you're basically, you know, saying you're talking about race. So I don't know.
Colorism story.
Yes, tell me your colorism story.
So I'm
gonna feed my dog while you tell it.
Okay. So my grandmother, my dad's mother, was African American, of course, but she had Indian, and so she was very, very light skinned. And my father was one of the darker children. A lot of my cousins and stuff are light skinned. You know, I'm just gonna put it out there, and the woman dead, so it don't matter. So thank you, Lenina. Oh my God, thank you. So they were all at my house, visiting my house, growing up, and I was like maybe in middle school. And my grandmother would tell all her grandkids how handsome and beautiful their hair was and their eyes were. She wiped her hands in my face after she finished washing her hands. She dried her wet hands in my face.
Who did that?
My grandmother, on my dad's side.
Why?
She told all them light-skinned kids that they were so beautiful. She walked over to me and dried her wet hands in my face. Don't you know I bit the fuck out of that lady? I bit that bitch into the white meat.
She wiped her hands?
She just finished washing her hands and she wiped her hands in my face. And you know you see my cousin, you know he way lighter than me, all them that color. And I was like the darker one. She wiped her hand in my face. She was telling them all how they were beautiful. But me growing up, my mom, I knew I was fine, so it mean a damn thing to me. But I bit that bitch the best I could. I got my ass beat, but I bit that bitch. And I never told my dad what really happened. But I told my mama, and my mom was so furious, but I was like, okay, whatever.
Hey, DZ, thank you from all the way from Australia. Cool. Oh, thank you, Lenina. I appreciate you as well. Jen, the goddess. Everybody's in. There are so many. What we got?
In your industry, colorism happens all the time.
Yeah, well.
The stories you do not tell.
I don't tell. That's why I feel the way I feel about Kim, because there are so many stories, and I know they treat people who are darker, especially hell, even out in the nightclubs. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna treat the darker girls one way, the light-skinned girls another way. You know, they let people in the VIP that look this way. I mean, it's just a part of America, and it's ingrained in our culture, and it's sad. You said Cardi B is an example of colorism. Yes, we talked about that when they were like, Cardi B is like the black girl's hero. Like,
hell, look at when Basketball Wives was popping, what all the stuff that Evelyn Lozada used to say to the other black girls. And she was Puerto Rican. She was using the N-word at Liberty. She was saying all sorts of stuff.
I don't.
Well, hell, it's off now.
I mean, but she's still around. She's still doing stuff all around the world. And so when Peter called me today, and I didn't even know what all the hubbub was about, and he was just like this all on Instagram, and I guess Baller Alert had posted it, and BET had posted it on, did an actual post about it, and was saying that, you know, his son's mother was a colorist, and they felt how, you know, that there was a disgusting display. And like I told him, it was all taken out of context. It was a 30-45 second video. She said what she said. And I even told him, she said what she said. So, I mean, technically what they wrote was right, because she did say you're not black, you're brown. You know what I'm saying? So she said it, but, you know, he offered his explanation, and we bantered back and forth for the duration of, you know, right after lunch. We was on the phone for what, about an hour? And so, you know, I was, you know, he asked me to give him a definition of colorism, and which my definition was, you know, in the black community, how people who are lighter skinned feel that they are superior than those of darker skin and are treated as such. That is what colorism is. And he agreed with me how, you know, certain, you know, populations of the Dominican, you know, people feel that way. And he didn't say that his son's mother felt that way, but at some point he agreed. So I was like, let's have this conversation on YouTube. And of course, you know, it didn't go as well as the first conversation, but he understood where I was coming from, and I understood where he was coming from. And I just felt like it needed to be a conversation that needed to be had. So, you know, I'm never going to back down on the way I feel as a brown girl. And I know, you know, as a brown girl, I've been targeted. People be like, oh, she's so ugly. She got a big nose and she got this, that, and the third. And there's some way uglier, light-skinned people who are talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, I've been a victim of it. It is what it is. Too white to be black, too black to be white, as my mother would say. Some people, and then some people discriminate against you as far as your culture is concerned. Like as far as like you talk white, or you like white things, or like, it's just an interesting dynamic being Black, but it's a beautiful and wonderful thing.
Wonderful thing
to be Black, because it's so many differences and so many chances to learn from each other. And that's why the situation with Kim is such an issue, because for her to say, these African American women are ganging up on me, it's like, girl, like you were the one who was like going at everybody. So why wouldn't they gang up on you?
What's the difference between racism and prejudice? Can you explain that to me?
Racism is you feel superior to a certain race. Prejudice means that you have some preconceived notions about a certain race.
Okay.
So one is you feel superior, and another one is you buy into pretty much stereotypes and things like that. So honestly, I feel like Kim is racist. That's just how I feel. Other people feel like she's just prejudiced. Either way it goes, is racism includes prejudice. You see what I'm saying? But prejudice does not include racism.
That was a teammate that came out on a radio show. I can't think of who the teammate was. They were one of Croy teammates. And they said that Croy would always indulge in racist comments.
What is indulge in racist comments? So what does that mean?
Always would say little things to like the Black players and stuff like that, and kind of say stuff, even though NFL, And there's racism in NFL. There's certain positions that they automatically give the Caucasian bulls, and automatically they give the Black bulls. And so, I mean, you can about imagine what he would say. I don't know exactly what the guy said. I don't remember exactly what, but I do remember that interview, and it stuck out to me. I was like, oh, I want to see
it.
I can see that.
How do you look racist, Sarah? I mean, I don't know if being racist has a look.
I can see somebody, yeah. You see somebody, you just got that look. Somebody.
So what, they had the back on the chin and look like they were.
I don't know. Just like, look how he acted at that event we was at.
So can Black people look like they racist? Can Black people be racist?
Yes.
They can.
Mm-hmm.
How
so?
Some
racist Black people.
But Black people can't feel superior to the white race. I feel like Black people can be prejudiced,
okay,
but they can't be racist. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Biggie's over there eating his food since I forgot to feed him. I'm a bad mom. Racism is discriminating against another race. It involves having the power to keep other races oppressed. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So you feel superior. There's no way no Black person feels superior to a white race. Like in our society in general, there's no way that could be. That's why I always say there's no way a Black person can be racist. I feel like a Black person can be prejudiced because they feel certain ways about white people. But
she saw that phone number that was displayed.
I saw that phone number. I think it was somebody who was harassing me. So I was like, fuck that.
Green tea, thank you.
I like, y'all can have that phone number. I saw all the names and everything. Who cares about the names, whatever. And that's on my computer. Like, people FaceTime me on my computer all the time. So I don't know whose number that is. Yeah, feel free to call them, say hello. I don't know. And tell them I apologize. Or not. But yeah, on March 3rd, that was when my phone number was leaked, and that somebody tried to FaceTime me.
Now tell me what you think about Peter saying that he left the Bravo money on the table. He left the money for the house on the table.
I don't think Peter left no money on the table. I feel like Peter allowed Cynthia to do what she does because it created a scandal per se, as far as them not being together. But he did come on 2 or 3 times and had a confessional. I believe Peter got paid a pretty penny for those 2, 3 times he came on. And it probably equated to what he would have made throughout the whole season had he been, a regular.
And I also think that if they indeed are separated, he left them on the table because he knew he would have future earning ability with Cynthia if they're going to do business together, and he's going to have the opportunity to film with Bravo.
I believe they still got joint accounts, honey. I believe Cynthia and Peter are still together, and I believe they, Cynthia go to Charlotte, Peter come to Atlanta. Look, Peter say they're divorced. We just gonna have to go with they divorced because I haven't seen no divorce papers. I did look, I couldn't find them. So, and he's, he always called me out. We ain't pulling no Nene and Greg. Yes, you are. Peter, you are. But I still love you and I appreciate you. And I know you're gonna be on the show next season. I keep telling y'all you're gonna be on the show.
A lot of people are giving Cynthia mad props
for what?
For speaking up during the reunion. They feel like this reunion she was more vocal and had more of a this is where I stand with this situation than any other reunion in the past besides when her and Nene were beefing.
Yeah, I feel like she did. Because she didn't have Peter to back her up. You know what I'm saying? Like even the reunion last season, Peter walked off or whatever, but he was still there. So Cynthia, held her own, and we appreciate her doing that. Kenya redeemed herself. We appreciate her doing that. But Peter did make mention. He did say that Kim had said some things in the past that he did not like.
Well, for him to say that Kim is not racist, but Sheree, Nene, and all them recall Big Papa calling Sweetie a nigga.
Damn, I forgot to ask him about Sheree. I should have asked him about Sheree. Damn it. Y'all, why y'all didn't remind me in the comment section?
But this funny thing is some people still forget that Portia's ex-husband and Peter are business partners.
Oh, Cordell, yeah. Cordell and Peter are partners in
Charlotte.
Sports One in Charlotte. Do I know Will, Cynthia's boyfriend? Will isn't Cynthia's boyfriend, but I do know him.
Very well.
Why you always gotta interject?
I'm sorry.
No one said I knew him well. I said I knew him. You heard that Peter was getting his own show. I heard that too.
I fished around. Did you fish around?
What did you find out when you fished around? What'd you find out?
I heard that Peter wants his own show. There's nothing been official. But Peter was saying his stance.
But he did film some things, so
he wants to do what Vanderpump did.
Yeah, that's exactly what he wants.
And he feels like he's not getting a greater opportunity as he would if he was white.
That
is what he specifically said in a New York meeting.
That is true.
Now run for that.
Is Kenya pregnant?
No, she's not pregnant.
How do you know that?
I just saw it at the bar a couple weeks ago. Drinking at the bar.
She might be pregnant now today, though. I don't know if she's.
If she put.
Thank you, Tab. Thank you so much.
If she pushes a child like that pussy now with all the vodka and shit in her system, she's already a bad mother.
Don't say that. You don't know that. You don't know that. Jezebel said Kenya is not pregnant.
Yes.
Ariane said Kenya will rent a baby next season.
Mm-hmm.
She did look pregnant in that high five pic, but that could have just been the way the dress was. Look.
When you are a woman of a particular age and you sit down for a couple of hours,
I find offense in whatever you're about to say. Don't even say it. Don't even say it. Shut up. What were y'all saying now? Kenya is gonna have cute babies. I agree. Her babies will be adorable. Patrick, see, it's always men talking about dead eggs. It's always men. And see, I don't appreciate that. As a woman, I know you can look, she can have a baby. Halle Berry had a baby, she's 55.
But
like,
she don't have Halle Berry.
It doesn't matter what she has. She got a body and she got eggs. She can have a baby if she want to have a baby. Y'all need to stop doing it and like policing that woman's womb. And I don't even like Kenya. I don't like Kenya. But Janet had a baby. Exactly.
Kenya don't have Janet.
I mean, I wanted a child, but I'm not the Virgin Mary. I can't, I'm not a virgin, first of all. But secondly, I don't want just anybody's sperm. And I'm, so nevertheless, no, I just keep my dog for now. A 62-year-old woman had a baby. Jade said it. That's how old I will be when I have mine. I'll be 60. I'm gonna be a great mom at 60. Halle Berry, J-Lo, Janet, all of them had babies at 50. So there's still hope for me. I ain't there yet. I ain't 50 yet. Shit. Despite what y'all heard, I am nowhere near that. So, you good on babies? I want one day. But I want a husband too. Another husband. Josh, what do you mean about a woman of a particular age. What you trying to say? That's what Nisha said. That you go on offend everybody. Go on. Just go on offend everybody.
A woman of a particular age, sometimes when she sits for a long period of time, there is.
I didn't ask you that.
Well, that's what I'm about to
say. Well, go ahead and lie. Go ahead.
When
I don't want Josh's sperm. But go ahead.
She's been sitting down for a couple of hours. It was fluid gathered in her midsection. So that's what y'all saw. She was not pregnant.
Shut up, Josh. You just he just be making up stuff and it just comes out the top of his head like whatever.
I really thought about this. I said it several times.
But it's not true.
I said that several times.
But it's not true. Use your eggs and hubby's sperm. You get somebody else to carry it. Yeah, I might do that too. I might pull a Beyonce on y'all.
We don't know damn, baby child.
You don't know what I want.
You don't know damn.
You don't.
You would have been not had one.
What do you mean? I want.
You don't live a life for a child.
Yes, I do.
You can't feed the baby like you feed baby.
I can feed the baby. Feed the baby when I wake up. I feed the baby.
You be on this and forgot the damn baby hungry.
I would feed the baby at night.
You got on this
I would feed the baby.
You don't got the blog and forgot to.
I would not forget.
You forget to eat.
That's me. I wouldn't forget to feed the baby. Damn, you don't have no kind of faith in me. I'm offended. Anyway, you guys, I just wanted to talk about. Do you want to take some calls? What do you want to do?
I don't care. Y'all better call Lyra.
Are y'all gonna call this time? Because y'all didn't call for Peter. I was surprised. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna call the curse of Peter. The only person calling that even roasted Peter was Elizabeth. And I know the sound was a little low, but the only way he would call me was FaceTime. So I had him FaceTime my computer. And that was as loud as I could get it. And then I wanted him to Skype in, but people, they be acting brand new with the Skype, child. I'd be like, why you can't Skype, child? What's wrong with the Skype? Oops, that ain't it. Let's see. I'm gonna use the same phone number. 718-819-1710. And the PIN number is 6534. Wait, no, that's wrong. 641. Okay. The phone number is 718-819-1710, and the PIN number is 641-6534. I think Kenya pregnant, woo-woo. I don't know what Josh talking about. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to think she lied about that. He said, Lady CCM said, they here for me. Nobody care about Peter. Well, I just be trying to bring some different things into the equation. I know y'all here for me, but I just be I be talking to people and stuff. And when I talk to people, the conversations be so interesting. I want to share some of them. I can't share all of them, but it's just, when Peter called me today, I'm like, child, what did you do? What is he talking about? Hold on. Sure, call in, child. Call in. Everybody. You want me to get married and knocked up right away. Oh, shit. What was that? You got ghosts? You heard it?
Kim don't sit them baby kids.
Wait. Somebody on the line. Okay, caller 1185. Hello. Yes.
Hi. This is Shirley from Sacramento, California.
Hey, Shirley.
I wanted to say, first one, she did look pregnant in that yellow dress. She did look like she had a little baby bump. So, if she's not pregnant, I'm glad she's
Yes. Somebody was calling in. I'm sorry. We hear you.
Well, I hope she's pregnant. Because she's been trying to be very happy for her. Okay. Now, another thing I want to ask you about, Michelle, it has nothing to do with housewives. I was looking on YouTube today at this talk show called My Taco. The Talco, yes. And the character about Chris Jenner had Tristan Thompson to deposit $10 million in a bank account and signed the contract saying $10 million every time he cheats or something like that. First of all, would something like that be legal?
I can't hear what all that's going on. I'm sorry, Sharon. Can you repeat the question?
Okay. Chris Jenner had Tristan Thompson to sign a contract putting $10 million in the baby's bank account. And the contract she supposedly made him sign saying that every time he cheats, he needs to put money in the account. Is that legal, or do you think?
I mean, anything. I saw that. Somebody sent that to me. Anything is legal if you sign it. Anybody can draw up any kind of prenup, pre-baby, pre-whatever agreement. If you sign it, it's legal. I mean, it's legally binding if you sign it. A contract is a contract. Doesn't matter what's in the contract. It's up to you to read it and sign it and agree or disagree. But yeah.
Wow, well, if you sign something like that, that's really crazy because that's not going to make that young man stop from cheating every time. You don't want to be with Chloe.
It's not.
You know, so I don't know. I just thought it sounded real crazy, really. I did.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, but that's all I wanted to ask you. I'm going to continue watching the show. I was just wondering about that. I've never heard anything like that before.
Yeah.
And it was just, yes. Okay. Well,
thank you. Thank you for calling.
Okay.
Caller 5938. You are on the line.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey. Where are you calling from?
Hey, how you doing? What's up, Josh?
Hey.
This is Patrick Black calling from the West Coast.
Hey.
I just wanted to speak on the Peter situation. I feel like he knows him, and I feel like, racist is a very strong word to throw around, and I feel like he had put it. He said that she did agree to go on a whole cast full of African American women and men. And she also helped Derek J with that wig line. She put a lot of money into that wig line that Derek J was helping her with. So I don't really think that she's racist.
Okay. I mean, okay. What do you think?
I think the lady is racist. I think she used Derek J because she knew nobody else that would go on and do what she needed them to do and ask her for no money up front. I think Kim saw opportunity to be on television, one, and she found out who was going to turn down being rich and famous. So whether you got to be on a set with all black, all white, all blue, all green, she sat on that stage to get money. And that's what she did.
Okay, well let's take it back to season 1. Well, why was she invited to Sheree house and Nene wasn't?
That's Sheree issue. Sheree always thought that she was better than Nene. She was supposed to be the it girl. She was married to a high-profile athlete, and so Sheree thought she was that girl. So that's why Sheree didn't invite Nene to her house. I feel like Sheree always had this superior attitude first season.
She still invited Kim.
But she conveniently left Nene off the guest list. She knew Nene was coming.
The thing is, of course, she's gonna invite Kim because Kim is this white girl. There's people that have
everybody's name was on the list. Kim and everybody else's. I don't think that at the end of the day, Kim was brought on the show for diversity in the beginning because it was a group of black women successful
because they're in Georgia. Because y'all are in Georgia.
Exactly, and that's the point. We are in Georgia, so you have to remember.
You can't cry about that now. You can't cry about that now. And just like Peter said, Bravo don't have no black people even working on their staff. So that's why she's there.
But that doesn't negate the fact that she's racist. That doesn't negate it, though. Regardless of then you have to argue. Then you have to argue that. But then you got to argue that Bravo is racist too, which is possible because racism exists. Period. But I understand what you're saying. Either she's prejudiced or she's racist, one or the other or both. So
Yeah, but racism is a strong word to throw around. That's all I was saying. Just like homophobic and all that other, you know what I'm saying? Racism is just a strong word. That's all I'm saying. And, you know, Candy and everybody else did business with her. This is the 10th season. She was gone and came back, you know. And then furthermore, that's the only thing they have to talk about for this whole season because the season was trash.
But do you know why she was gone and came back? Hello?
Yeah. What you say?
Do you know why she was gone and came back?
No, enlighten me.
She allegedly said the N-word season 5 when she got into it with the ladies. And the ladies all band together and refused to film, period. Not just with her, refused to film the show. So what they did was they forced Bravo to make a decision. Either fire Kim or get rid of Kim because she was under contract. Or, you know, we're literally walking. We are the show, but we will quit. And so what they did was they decided, since Kim was under contract, they removed her from the show because the show at the time was at the top of its game. They removed her from the show, but instead of breaking her contract, they gave her another show. So basically they rewarded her for her negative behavior. So that's why during the reunion, Nene was like, tell us again why you got your own show.
And they all took their ass back to work.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's about money. We say that. We know that.
Right.
But that doesn't mean she's not racist. There's racist people everywhere who go to work with black people. I mean, that doesn't mean they're not racist because they work.
I understand that. But that's just like Marlo calling Sheree a fag hag and all that, this and the other. Everybody forgave her for that. Right?
Calling who a fag hag? Who called?
I said that just like Marlo got took off when she called Sheree a fag hag in Africa, right? And everybody forgave her for that.
We had this conversation earlier, Michelle and I, about that. And if you remember correctly, when Marlo told Sheree go out,
she said you hang out, go somewhere and hang out with them faggots. Yeah.
When Nene called Brandon a queen, when they have made different statements against the LGBT community, Bravo and everyone else demanded that they apologize for it. Bravo has not demanded that Kim apologize for her statements over the years. Instead of when she called them a nigger, instead of saying she needs to apologize, we're not going to reward her with another show, they did.
They just segregated her.
They just segregated her. Addition to that, Bravo treats these African-American women a little bit different than they treat all these other Caucasian shows. Atlanta Housewives for 10 years has remained the #1 rated show on Bravo's network. Let that be known. These other white women.
That is the truth, and Kim was a part of that. So stop that, Josh.
Kim wasn't a part of it. Kim wasn't a part of their success.
Yes,
no, I disagree.
She was a part of it from day one.
She was only up there 4 seasons, and after Kim left those 4 seasons, their
and
ratings
it's not #1 because only black folks watching. It got to be more than just black folks watching.
Oh, absolutely.
No, but I'm talking about Kim's contribution to the show. I'm not talking about the viewership.
Exactly.
So, okay, let me let you know. The Atlanta Housewives has a very diverse viewership. It's not just black people. Every time, if we go out with some of these people, these white women will stop these black girls and say, oh my God, I love you. So they have a very wide audience.
The only one had a hit record in that whole franchise. Kim the only one had a hit record in that whole franchise.
That's not true, dear.
Do you realize Kim's record was written by Candy? Do you realize that Kim stole the song out of Candy's hands and refused to pay her? Do you realize that the only reason that it didn't go to court was because Bravo paid Candy to use the song so Candy came up. So that's why Candy was so easy to forgive Kim, because she got money in the end. She had to get the song had to be licensed and everything for Tardy for the Party. Kim isn't getting that licensing money. Candy is. So you got to think of it that way. Candy is easy to
I understand all that, but it was still Kim concept. That wasn't Candy concept. That was Kim and Nene, right? Wasn't that Kim and Nene doing it first?
No.
Then they took it over there to Candy.
Well, okay. I guess here's my point of view, and then Michelle can say her point of view. Like, we understand what you're saying, and some of your points are absolutely correct. But when Kim adding something to the franchise, she did add something when her presence was there. She added a negative white presence. Okay, that's one. Two, Kim has said a lot of things that Bravo has backed her up with, and let me let you know, Bravo New York office is 100% Caucasian. It may be a -1% of African Americans to sit at the table and make these decisions. Number three, Andy has let Kim get away with so much, and at this season here, because Kim said so many negative things, they didn't have anything positive to pull out from her. They wouldn't have drugged somebody that they actually had that's a part of their brand, because she actually has a show on their network. So we're not saying that Kim hasn't helped out housewives in some form or fashion, but what we're saying to you today, that Kim is a racist bitch.
We're gonna agree to disagree, caller. We're gonna agree to disagree.
Right. We're gonna agree to disagree, because she wouldn't have had Derek all around her children and stuff if she was racist.
She didn't have him around her kids.
Derek was all in her bedroom and everything. That wouldn't even happen.
We're gonna agree to disagree. Only because I know so much, and I don't wanna say what I know. But
Kim never even filmed with them without another white person in her presence. Okay. She never filmed with any of those African Americans by herself.
Okay, Michelle, I'll let y'all go.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
She probably doing the Portia. I'm just keeping the party going.
I'm just keeping
the party going.
You're going to get my wheels to turning.
Caller 1185. You're on the line. Hello. Caller 1185.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, hi. This is Stephanie. I'm calling from Houston.
Hey, Stephanie from Houston. How you doing?
I was calling because I wanted to know, did you guys see what Kyle Richards said about Kim on TMZ? And she said that, oh, yeah, I know Kim is not racist and she can come to the Beverly Hills Housewives if she wants to.
Well, I wish she would. I hope she does.
Well, that'll never happen because she can't afford it.
Now Kyle Richards is married to a Mexican Jew, and you sitting up there co-signing this woman that made all of these statements.
You saw Chrissy Teigen took it back quick, fast, in a hurry. She was like, I don't know her.
Okay. I don't know that lady like that.
I know her just as well as I know Nene. I'm just a fan. I just watch the show and keep my name out your mouth.
Just like Bravo show.
Mm-hmm. So I just like Peter, and no shade to any of them. At the end of the day, they're all employees or contractual employees of the same network. I doubt any of them is gonna drag her like that, honestly. So as far as using the term racist, I doubt if any employee or contractual employee or star or other reality show cast are gonna label Kim as that. I doubt it. It is what it is. They got a check to make. Hello? Did she hang up? Oh, she hung up. 6323, you're on the line. Sorry, caller.
Hey, Michelle.
Hold on just a second, caller. I hung up on this other caller by mistake. Hold on. You're next, though. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I hung up on you. Hello? You there? Hello? I guess not. Okay. Caller 6323.
Hey, Michelle and John.
Hey. Hello. How are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Where are you calling from today? What's your name?
Atlanta, Buckhead. I'm in Buckhead.
Yes, you're right down the street. What's up?
Yes. Josh, you look like Jackie Long when he was in ATL with that hat on.
Who's Jackie Long?
From ATL, the one who was working at the golf course.
I don't remember.
Yep.
I don't know who that is.
No, but I was calling to say I think Bravo is done with Kim and Sheree. And is Tyrone really getting out in 2022?
I mean, that's the date. It's 2022.
So how long is she going to keep the story up that he has to wait on his, what is it, like his parole?
She already backtracked on the reunion when she said she's single. Because when they asked her, would she wait for him? Did she say no?
Right.
So I mean, I guess the story ended when she got her peach snatched.
Okay, one more thing. Did you see the thing about Khalees saying that Nas abused her emotionally and physically?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
You should go read it. She did an interview with the light-skinned dude from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I forgot his name.
Jason.
But she did an interview. Yeah, it's him.
Okay.
And she said she was abused or whatever like that.
Oh,
and
wow.
It was really interesting for her to say that.
I'm gonna go look
I
at
don't know.
I don't know. They were together for a while. I don't know. They did have a tumultuous relationship, but I don't know. I can't speak on it because I haven't watched it yet. But I'm gonna go check out Jason's interview with Khalees. I love me some Khalees though. I like Nas too. So I'll go check it out. But thank you.
Okay. Well, thanks for taking my call. Bye,
thank you
y'all.
for calling. Bye. You in this damn hookah.
You can't hear it?
Yeah, I hear it. I'm just saying in general, you've been coughing all day. What you doing smoking? Call us 7830. I'm like your mom. That's why you downstairs calling your mom. Please turn your computer down. I saw that video you called me your mama. When you were downstairs talking about you here to see your mama. Turn your computer down, caller. 7830.
Please turn your computer down. I saw that video you called me your mama.
Caller 7830.
Turn your computer down, caller. 7830.
Area code 812.
Michelle and Josh.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey, I am so glad I got in. Didn't want much, but I just wanted to say hello from Kentucky.
Hey, Kentucky.
And I am so disappointed in Peter Thomas, but I'm not surprised. He's media trained, and I think he wants to keep a good standing with the elites out there or whoever he can stay in the circle with. That's why he didn't want to call a thing a thing.
Definitely.
But he knows deep down in his soul that Kim's a racist because he didn't have no trouble picking apart Portia and picking apart the other girls when he thought they were interfering in his marriage and had things to say. And he knows what's real and what's fabricated. Racism is not a strong word. With Donald Trump in the White House, it's that's the new black. Racism is the new black. Just like these companies throwing out racist commercials and advertising and pulling back with the apology.
Yeah. So
that's what's going on now. And I am glad that Andy took a stand and let Kim expose herself and didn't try to pat her up or make her look better.
True.
So I'm just really just disappointed in Peter.
Well, like I always say, I am not one to mess up nobody's check. You hear me? So if he want to keep his relationships great with Bravo, I'm sure he doesn't want to say anything negative at this point, because they don't know what the storyline is going to be next year. So yeah, of course, I'm going to keep it PC. He did say that that Kim has said some things around him that he didn't like. And he said he didn't give a fuck about them motherfuckers. You know how Peter talk. So I take that to mean, there's a lot that, Kim has done and said that we don't know. But like he said, he doesn't feel like she's racist. He feel like she's prejudiced.
Yeah.
And
but
so,
did he start to backtrack a little bit, after, wasn't nobody buying his kumbaya that, maybe it's not as bad. No, nigga, I'm sorry. No,
Now you can say that word to Peter Hearn because I say it all the time and he'll say it to me. So yeah, no, just kidding. But Peter knows. I mean, but I'm gonna let him be PC, and while he being PC, I'm gonna tell the real deal. So but in the meantime,
I love you guys.
Thank you, love you too. Appreciate you calling.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Caller 9491.
Hello, this is No Nonsense.
Hey, No Nonsense.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing, girl?
I'm doing good. hell, everybody before me then I already talked about everything I want to talk about. So shoot, I ain't got nothing to talk about. So I guess I'm just calling in to say hey then, because damn it, I ain't got nothing to talk about. That y'all didn't hit everything.
So what do you think about Peter's son? I mean, Peter, you know, co-signing his baby mama calling his son brown instead of black.
Well, the thing is I don't know what's going on, but I'm not getting the notification, so I came in late. When I came into the Peter call, it was when they was roasting his ass about Kim. So I don't even know about that black-brown thing. Black as Peter is, he shouldn't care what they call him unless they don't call him no punch monkey or coon.
Well, see, he posted a video of his baby mama who was Dominican and his son, and the son said, "You have a white daughter and a black son," and the mother said, "You're not black, you're brown." So he's been suffering a lot of backlash with people saying, you know, she's teaching the boy that not to love himself being black. She's teaching him to be a colorist because, you know, even if she's talking about the color of his skin, like why not? Why he can't just be black? You know what I'm saying? So I don't, you know, it is what it is. Peter was like, she was just merely referring to the color of his skin. But, you know, there's a colorism issue in the United States. It's real. We talked about it. BET picked it up. They're going in on them. And yeah, in light of this Kim stuff, it's just another conversation about color and race in America.
Well, this has been going on forever as far as color and racism and things like that. This has been going on forever. So I don't know why everybody acting like it's brand new.
Right. No one's acting like it's brand new. I guess they were just surprised to hear it, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, because you know I'm old. They always say I'm old, so you know I was here when Harriet Tubman was here. So, you know, that's been going on.
And I was here too, child. I was at the Underground Railroad waiting on Portia.
Yeah, waiting on Portia, the conductor for the Underground Railroad.
Yes. All right, no nonsense.
Hey, guys, how come you're not talking so much? You look sad. You all right, bud?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
He over here smoking. He just smoked all the hookah, child, and we tired. We've been out running around all day. But we appreciate you calling.
Okay, I'll let somebody else get on because you know I'm so sad, Michelle. You know I'm so sad.
Don't be sad. Just don't be sad.
You know that I'm just so sad. I think I'm gonna go ball up in the corner and cry right now because I'm so sad. These people need to stop. I'm telling y'all now. Me, Michelle, and Josh is cool. Stop with the hate. Y'all niggas ain't shit. We know y'all ain't shit. Okay, sorry about that.
Bye, girl. Caller 2316, you are on the line.
Hello, y'all. How y'all doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, Josh and Michelle.
Who am I speaking with?
I called in today. I wasn't going to call, but I did because a certain caller called and almost tore a hole in my drawers. I mean, honestly, it's
not a hole in your drawers, girl.
And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. In today's society, yeah, Josh, a hole in my drawers.
Where you calling from, first of all? Let me see, 318. Where you calling from?
The Kim Zolciak situation where the caller was like, Kim's not racist. Baby, we have to learn today to call a spade, okay? And Kim is very racist. If she says the N-word, sweetheart, that's racist, whether it's on the record or off the record. If they say it, they mean it. That just because, you know, she's the only white girl on the Housewives, we're the highest rated, you know, black, of course. We're the highest rated, but yet we still are being, you know, presented and you know, we have to go through modern day slavery, you might as well say, because it's like the white girls, I'm just going to call it what it is because I'm thinking of my words. The white girls get the feed off the black girls. The black girls are just put here to entertain and be ratchet while the white girls sit up and eat off of it. So if Kim can be on the black girls platform, why can't the white girls share that platform with the black female? It's black females out here that's doing things and being productive with their lives, just like those white females are doing, but that's not what they want. So why should we have to share our platforms with them if they don't have to share theirs with ours? And another thing that caller said, because I jotted down notes, because it's a hole in my drawers, and I'm going to get it off my chest. just because she got somebody black around her kids don't mean she likes somebody black. You gotta be a fool, dumb, stupid, retarded, or something not to know that back in slavery days, they had the blacks around their children and they still called us niggers. That didn't mean that they liked us. They tolerated us. They used us. And still to this day, that is what they do. They tolerate us and they used us, just like Kim used those girls from the real side of Atlanta to get on that platform. And because she had to quit before her contract was up, she gonna go and sign up for the party because nobody wanted to work with her. Exactly. You know, that doesn't make any sense. Exactly. So, you know, hey, you can't sit up and say that woman's not racist. Yes, she is. She's calling people roaches. That's racist. She's sitting up, you know, being ugly, but yet you're sitting here with fake titties, a big old black sister ass, and a big old, that ain't no black sister lips, but you tried, but you failed, bitch. You failed. But at the end of the day, I just called to let that caller know. Don't call in here trying to kiss Kim's ass because this is squad right here. Okay. We don't do that shit. And normally I don't call like this, but that pissed me off, and I don't appreciate that. Don't be kissing Kim's ass because Kim is a racist.
Okay. Where are you calling from? I asked you earlier, where are you calling from?
Oh, this is LaShonda from Louisiana, boo.
Okay, LaShonda.
Louisiana in the house.
You was in your feelings. I had to let you get that out first, but I agree.
Girl, I had to get that up out of my Shondalo, baby, because it was conflicting with my spiritual man. I had to let it out. Now I'm gonna have to go repent for all the cuss words I just said, because I gotta get up and direct the choir on Sunday. Lord have mercy.
That's all right. Just repent, honey. You'll be okay.
I love y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
Caller 9158. Hello.
Hi, Josh and Michelle. How y'all doing?
Hey. Good. How are you?
Well, this is absolutely amazing. Calling area.
Yeah. Where are you calling from?
The Tampa area.
Oh, okay, Tampa.
Central Florida. Yes, ma'am. This is my problem I have with us. Why is there always one of us that has to be the person to come to the defense for a Kim Zolciak or somebody like Kim Zolciak? They don't care. We can fight each other. They will stand there and watch. But the moment one of them are dead wrong, here we come, feeling sorry for them. Mm-hmm. Despite all the evidence in the receipt showing and telling us what exactly they done. Nobody is bullying Kim. She calls everything that is coming her way. But I don't understand. We can't even stay on code for a moment. Even if we disagree, you still supposed to stay on code. Right. You think Donald Trump got in office because all those people disagreed? No, they disagreed with him, but they were on code.
Well, you know what's crazy is as many of us who are protesting and criticizing and leaving all these negative comments against Kim, I assure you she got just as many supportive comments and DMs, and you know she turned the comments off because she getting dragged. But I assure you she got just as much support as she has the negativity, which is sad, especially now.
I know this. I know this for a fact. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, some of us are so dysfunctional in our thinking. We sitting over there supporting her too. Yeah. You don't just be non-biased. Yeah. Whether you agree or not, just hush. Right. Let her do what she gonna do, because you think they gonna drop what they doing to come defend you?
Never.
That's my point. We are absolutely, it's crazy. I was on the chat talking about hang up on whoever that was. And I know you're trying to be fair and have these open and honest conversations. But, you know, when we are just outright ridiculous and choosing to be dumb and ignorant, the day is over for that. No one should be walking around ignorant as to what's going on right now.
And especially defending it. That's all I'm saying, defending it. I mean, you don't have to fight about it. You don't have to curse, scream, and argue about it. But don't negate it and act like it doesn't exist. That's my issue. So of course, you know, I'm always talk about it. Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Absolutely, and I appreciate that. And in terms of colorism, I didn't get to see the whole video with Peter. However, him being an island man, and in Jamaica right now, there is an epidemic of them bleaching their skin.
He brought that up.
So he cannot. Okay, I didn't get that far.
Yeah, when you watch it, he brought that up. And Peter, he was open to listening or whatever, but I think Peter is just hell bent on defending his baby mama, period. You know what I mean? Like, he knows colorism exists. Peter's black. He know he black. He know his son black. He even called his baby mama black. But what I told him is she probably don't think she black. But I don't know because I don't know her. But you see what I'm saying? But he's defending his child's mother who got put out there, who is facing the wrath of all these people because of him. She's not a public figure. He is. So he's just doing what he's supposed to do as a father. It is what it is. I don't blame him for it.
It is. It is. Oh, well, but to all of us who are listening, we need to get on code. You need to get on code. And the code right now is you need to be on the right team. And that's why Sheree is off on another island. Get on code.
While you tripping, somebody going to reach out to Sheree's cooning ass and give her a job. Right? Let me stop tripping.
You can't say that. You can't say that. Michelle, let's not.
You're right. I take it back.
All right, I'm not gonna hold y'all up. Thank you so much for taking my call.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. You all right, Joshua?
Yeah, I'm reading the comments.
Caller 5143, you're on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, where are you calling from? Who am I speaking with? Turn your computer down.
I don't know what she's saying.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
I'm calling from right here in Atlanta, from Buckhead.
Oh, cool. What?
Okay, I'm confused, y'all, and I'm just gonna. I want to know what deems Kim's behavior as racist. What did she do? Because I need to be filled in as to what's going on.
Kim has uttered the N-word numerous times, and this is.
When did she use the N-word?
Season 5, and other times in private conversations with people that I know. I have labeled her racist for my own personal reasons, and I've written about it for several years. I felt vindicated when Bravo brought out the fact that she talked about, these 5 African American girls jumped on me, instead of saying these 5 ladies are ganging up on me. It's, so there are some issues that Kim also said. What was it about the social media? Racism didn't exist before social media. They've been trying to pin her on this for years, but before social media, they couldn't. So that is what probably sealed the deal in everyone else's mind. But in my mind, I made my decision up a long time ago. So I can't speak for everyone else. But yeah, that's the reason why she was kicked off the show. I told the story a gazillion times. And that's the reason why she got her own show, which was why Nene during the reunion kind of taunted her with tell us, why did you get your own show exactly? We want to know. That's exactly why. And she knows that everybody else knows that, the girls basically booted her out, boycotted and booted her off the show in order for Bravo to give her own show, in order not to break her contract. So those are some of the things. But yeah, I mean, her whole attitude towards people of color has been questionable since season 1, and everybody has noted it. The Sweetie situation.
Okay, I've never personally heard anything that went to the magnitude that this has went to. However, in listening to the ladies continuously go on about a roach.
No, I don't think the roach was it. I think the roach was like the icing on the cake.
No, but there was no roach.
Right, there was no roach, but Kim said there was.
Innuendos that they keep saying, which to me, as Black women, they're applying that roaches only exist among Black people on a national platform. And
no, Candy cleared that up. She did say that it was a social.
As being related to being dirty and being part of the project, like only black people live in the projects. In New York is where the first projects were built, and they were made for the Jews.
Okay.
I don't agree with Kim being a racist. I don't think a racist would have anyone black or anyone of color around their children at no point. At no point. At no point. You would not trust your children.
Nannies, white people have a lot of racist white people have black nannies. All like, are you kidding me?
I've been holding my peace for long enough. So listen, let me say this. When there were slaves, the masters would go and have his way with the women. That didn't make him any less racist because he would go and rape that woman. Slave owners raped women who they beat.
We're talking about, okay, this is what I'm talking about.
Let me finish my point.
We're talking specifically about the ratings. The show was like Washington.
Excuse me. Let me finish my point. My point is the same way those white men took advantage of those black women. Of course, they were racist because they thought they were less than a human. Two, Kim is not only called Don Juan a nappy-headed person. Her and her boyfriend was calling Sweetie a nigger. When Kim and Croy moved the camera, when Kim exited that restaurant, when they were talking about why Kim couldn't go on the trip, she called them niggers. Addition to that, y'all talking about letting her white kids around African Americans. Besides having a nanny, what else did she have? Anytime she filmed with those people for years, she would have a white person with her. So you guys are talking about 15 minutes that guys might have seen. These women been dealing with Kim for years. Addition to that, Bravo has let Kim get away with not working the equal amount of hours. You remember when Phaedra said, when I was pregnant, I couldn't get away with filming, but they would let Kim call in and call out and not film at all. So she was getting the same money as those black women and working every single time production called them. But they were letting this white woman once again get away with saying what she was willing and was not willing to do. She come in as a superior attitude, as though she's better than those black girls. And that's what they've been saying from day one. Now you can finish.
Okay, this is my thing. All right, so who called Sweetie a slave? You remember that since we were back seasons. It was a black woman, right? The same black woman that had no storyline all season long, Miss Lanicia. The only time she got crunk was when it came to Kim. If she had not been talking about Kim in Spain and Sheree, in front of Sheree, who she knows is going to go run and tell it instantly because that's what she does, then there would have never been no conversation. She only sent that video because she got pissed off because she was insulted. So to me, it was a fair fight. I don't think that stimulates or calls for her to be a racist. I think that she's a free caring spirit. What she said about social media, she doesn't have the best, she doesn't communicate very well. She communicates
nigga very well.
Y'all would just push a break in just a hot second. It's the same technicality. She didn't express it, but what she meant was that it was not so pigment, it was not so duly noted, and we can't such a big deal, like we're making such a big deal about it right now. Social media was not available to do that and make it bigger than what it was. Now, of course, it's always gone on, and thank God for social media because we're able to see with eyes other than our own. But I think it's foolish to just place all the blame on Ms. Zolciak when if Nene hadn't been running her mouth, that whole incident would have never occurred. And Kim wasn't there, so why are you talking about it?
What the incident with the roach would have never occurred? Like, I was at that party and
never occurred had Nene not been on the bus when they were in Spain on that bootleg trip.
But do you realize that Kim was holding on to this alleged video for?
And that's when she said Kim has had this, she has had that, she has had this, she has had that. She said all of that on the bus.
And it's true.
About it.
She did have all of that. She wasn't laughing when you saw it.
When they were in Africa about the little black babies, and went and told her to get it crunk, to get it started. Sheree starts up and then runs back from it. So that's when Kim sent the video to the girls because she was irritated.
Can we stop?
Why did she have the video in the first place?
You don't like.
I'm
not on the trip. Thank God.
Why did
have a good time?
Why did she have the video?
She got no storyline.
Why did she have the video in the first place? Why did she hold on to that video for months? Why?
Very simple. See, This is to me, it's very simple. She had the video because her daughter gagged when she was in the bathroom. She sent it to her. She didn't put it out on social media. She didn't put it anywhere until Nene came.
No, she did put it somewhere.
As rehearsed as Kenya was as an actress, that's what they do. That's what all of them do. They gather evidence on each other so that they can have punchlines for the reunion.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your call.
Perpetrate like they don't. Because everything, Kenya got up off of her chair and went in attack mode to stand united with Kenya. It was Kenya in the middle, Candy on the side, and Nene on the other side.
So it was all those black girls against that one white girl. So it was all those black girls against that one white girl. It was so unfair.
I'm not even going to say that it was unfair. I'm just going to, for me, I was more irritated about the roach thing. They just kept going on and implying that it only applied to black folks. That was
They didn't say that. They didn't say it only applied to white black folks. Actually, Candy cleared that up and said it was socioeconomic. And as a black person who has reached a certain status in life, it is offensive for a white person to say you have roaches. That's what she said. She didn't say it was rape. Candy especially said it was socioeconomic.
Very diverse place, and so being that I'm aware that black people are not the only people on the planet, I don't know. I just think.
Well, I mean, we all are aware that black people aren't the only people on the planet, but we are also aware that some white people feel some type of way about people of color. We're aware of that, and we can't I mean, sometimes we feel a certain way about Caucasians. That's true. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we do. But
I've seen a setup there. That's what I saw. I saw a setup there. I saw Kenya acting out a role very clearly, very, 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 very clearly. She studied, she rehearsed, and she even went and sat down next to Candy and Nene to get extra strength. And they all went at her about something that was pretty frivolous. You know,
can I interject for a second? Excuse me, can I interject for a second? So, at the beginning of the season, before the roach thing ever even happened, Kim saw Nene at the mall and took a picture of her vehicle, saying that Nene was parking in handicap. So she was starting to dig at her. The reason why, let me finish. Okay. So another thing is the reason why Nene brought up the conversation on the bus, because all them being together and didn't allow Kim on the trip is what you're missing. They didn't allow Kim on the trip because she wanted to bring her husband. So that's why they were coming up with a conversation saying, hey, this is why Kim is not there. And that's why it brought up her sickness, her ailments and stuff like that. That's what her excuse was, to bring her husband, because she had all those ailments. So that's why they were talking about, they talked about why Kenya wasn't on the trip. Bravo cut that out because Bravo didn't allow Kenya to be on the trip. So that's why the conversation came up on the bus. That's all I got to say. I'm not here to change their opinion.
Yeah, I'm not here to change your opinion. I appreciate your call.
I mean, that's still what triggered the whole thing, though. And I think it was just a battle between two females who have always had battles. It's the same woman who called another young black girl at the time, because Sweetie was a little girl at the time, her slave.
Sweetie was like 25. She wasn't a little girl.
I think they get out of pocket so far when they get around each other, because that's just how people who've been around each other a long time, and they've had their ups and downs.
But they haven't been around each other outside of the cameras. They haven't. They weren't real friends in real life. They weren't. They were not. They don't. Nene wasn't nowhere around when Kim had them babies. None of that. So I mean, they weren't real friends. So when you see some of the things that happened, the reason why Nene didn't do her show with Kim was because of a racial incident. And I can't speak on that, but that's why they didn't do their show together. I wrote about it on the site today. If you want to read all of it, I got links to all the receipts when Kim said the N-word. I got links to her daughter, being an apologist for the Confederate flag. I got links to when Kim sent me a cease and desist because I was calling her racist, and she doesn't want her attorney didn't want her known as a racist, but here we are talking about her being a racist. All those receipts are straight from the A right now. If you want to read past posts about how I came to my assumption that Kim is racist, or my final opinion about it, you can go straight from the A. But other than that, you can't change my mind, and I clearly can't change yours. But
I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just saying that the behavior that she displayed does not qualify her to be as racist. We have to have hardcore facts, and most racists don't really give a damn. So we would have something a whole lot more stern than just rumors and
Well, no, that's not a rumor that she called them niggers.
All of those kinds of things.
Okay, that's but exactly. That's what I was about to say. It's not a rumor. It's fact. She said the N-word. Now what?
We don't have proof of that. We've never.
I'd have proof of it.
Yeah, we're telling you, we know for sure she's used the N-word. We're absolutely.
These are not made up rumors. I have proof of it. I've been writing for Straight from the A for 10 years. I've been covering Kim for 10 years. I have proof of it. Go to my site right now and you can read everything all the way back for 2012, 2007, whenever it was to now. Like, I promise you, it's all there. You got time to click on the links.
And this is my thing. Mimi, I see right through her. And she didn't have no storyline.
You just don't like Nene. Just admit you just don't like Nene.
No, I actually do. I think Nene is stern, but with the Nene that we have now is very demure. It's very
She's grown. She's grown. Money changes people and changes your mindset. You can't be ghetto for the rest of your life. Sometimes when you're exposed to different things, you have a different attitude. And that's what I see in Nene. But anyway, thank you for calling. I appreciate you.
You have a blessed one. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Jason, we got $5 for dealing with people. We got $5. Thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you, child. I just need a breather. I know we got 3 more. We're gonna take 3 more calls. That's all I got in me. We got 3. It hasn't been too long. I haven't even been to dinner. I was supposed to. It's 9 o'clock. Oh my God. I cannot believe I've been on YouTube all damn day. This YouTube, my new job, y'all. 7865, you're on the line. Joggers, Jessica.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hello.
Who am I speaking with? Where are you calling from?
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Okay. I just had a question for you guys. Is that okay?
Yes. Hello?
I'm calling from Seattle, Washington.
Hey, turn your computer down. Listen to the phone because there's going to be a delay. So listen to the phone instead of the computer or whatever you listen to.
Okay, I just had a question, as that's okay. I know that everybody's saying that Kim is a racist, okay? And my thing is this. If Kim is a racist, does Andy Cohen support racism because he let her use Bravo as a platform?
Andy Cohen supports dollars and cents. I don't believe that he supports racism. I believe he supports money. And I believe just as there are all of us, there are a gazillion people of color who see through Kim and see her as what she is. There are also triple that amount of Caucasians who support Kim for being what she is. And so Bravo is about that money. And so, it is what it is. It's all about the bottom line at the end of the day. And that's why she has her own show. And I don't know if the show is going to continue because of the protests. Who knows? But then it'll be back. Watch. Kim is sitting out right now demanding an apology, and she might get one.
Because the reason that I asked that question is because the owner of YouTube, the owner of YouTube sold YouTube to Google. And the owner of Google, they have an image on there of an African-American couple as gorillas. And to this day, they have not taken that image down. And the reason I asked that question is because by you all working for YouTube, does that mean that you all support racism because of what Google has African-Americans posted?
First of all, I work for straightfromtheA.com. First, I work for straightfromtheA.com.
But I'm saying that
secondly,
a blogger and you use it.
Secondly,
YouTube. So if
I do use YouTube, I use Instagram, I use Facebook, I use a lot of things
from Google itself because you're using YouTube and the owner of YouTube. Google owns YouTube, and that guy and everything. I'm just reading about it here. You can Google it. They use an African-American couple as picture as a gorilla.
Well, I don't know that to be true. I haven't seen it. If it is, again, I don't work for. I don't work for YouTube.
I'm not trying to offend or anything
because I like you and Josh. You do very well. I love the show. You know, I love the show. But I was just reading that and everything because, you know, we're trying to get to the bottom of racism. No, but trying to make it better, make things better. But if we work for these people that promote,
so basically, you're saying we shouldn't work for racist people. If that's the case, nobody in America would have a job. Like so.
The thing that I'm saying, if we know that the people that we work for are racist, then we need to call it out. We need to call it. You have a platform. So if Google is using African American people images to say that this is the picture of a gorilla, then say something about it. Post it.
What can I say about it if I haven't seen it? Why don't you send it to me? What can I say about it if I haven't seen it? If I see something like that, if it's legitimate, wait. Let me speak for a second because I'm not about rumors and innuendo. If it's legitimate, I don't have a problem blogging about it. I blog about stuff all dang day. But what I don't do is just fall for what anybody puts on the internet and says that it's true. So I mean, I can't take your word for it because I haven't seen it. But I mean, if you say it's so, it's so. I mean, it is what it is. But that doesn't have anything to do with Kim being racist or not. So I'm trying to figure out where we're going with this.
Okay, the reason that I spoke that is because of the fact that we all watch Atlanta Housewives, and everybody was on social media saying, "Oh, they can't wait until Kim and Nene get back together. It's going to be better than it ever was. It's going to be like what do you call it, Bonnie and Clyde."
I never said that.
And everything. I read that.
I never said that. And now
was like Bonnie
you were reading the wrong blogs. You were reading the wrong blogs because I never said that. And I was at the white party. I was there. I was at Cynthia's 50th birthday party.
No. I didn't say that. I said before Kim came back on the show.
Before Kim came back on the show, I already knew there was a war because they both were arguing about who was going to actually have a peach and who was going to get paid the most. I already knew that it wasn't a friendly situation because Nene had already said that her and Kim would never be friends again. These are things that I know that I've been blogging about on Straight from the A forever. So, I mean, I never thought there was going to be peace and harmony between Nene and Kim. In fact, I already knew Kim was coming on there to antagonize everybody, and that's what she did.
And you know what? And my thing is this: is because my mother's biracial, and so am I biracial. And you know, you come up against a lot of scrutiny because I have kids. I have a daughter that's 12 years old, and she's biracial. You come up against a lot of things. And the reason that I'm saying that is because when I hear Josh saying white, he said it over 100 times, white this, white. You know, it's kind of saddened my heart a little bit because of the fact that my daughter deals with that all the time. She's an African-American girl who's half white and half black. And, you know, she gets that a lot from African-American kids. She gets a lot from black kids. And when you see grown people sitting there using that word, white, and you see Nene, you hear Nene using a lot on Atlanta Housewives. So to me, that makes her no better than Kim. If Kim says the N-word, Nene says a white word. I mean, who's right and who's wrong?
But white isn't white isn't a slur. So how I'm trying to figure out where's the slur in calling someone white?
It's still a word. It's a word that hurts kids. My daughter come home every day. She said, "Mama, why these kids always calling me white, but the black kids call her white, but the white kids call her black?" And it's a hurtful word. If it's not explained. That's the only thing that I'm saying. That word can really hurt because the word that you use is the way that you use it. But that's I heard Josh say tonight. You know, Kim. I heard Josh say tonight. Kim is a white woman with big old lips and this and that. It was offensive. It was used in a racial term.
Let me tell you this. When I use white, if I want to use a racial term, I call it a cracker. So that's one. And I don't use those type of words. If I'm going to call somebody white is not a derogatory term.
But no, on your segment, I heard you say something about this white lady. You said something about an old white lady that she reminds you of driving Miss Daisy. That was very offensive.
But they have an episode on the Housewives called Driving Miss Kim. I feel like you're taking offense to something that's not meant to be offensive. I don't understand where this is going.
You know what? But you know what?
When people call white people mayonnaise or saltines, that's offensive. Calling a white person white isn't offensive.
My mother is 88 years old. She marched with Dr. Martin Luther King. So I know about racism. I'm 51 years old. And when I see grown people no better than the ones that we're trying to bring into this box and say that racism is wrong, and we're using the same slur that they're using.
What is the slur?
So what would you prefer? Okay, what would you prefer?
Cannot be proven.
Listen, can you hear me out for 1 second? Instead of saying
white person,
what is more appropriate?
What is more appropriate?
Yes.
What is what?
If instead of you saying this white person or this white lady, what is more appropriate?
Listen, let me tell you.
I'm just asking the question. Just answer that.
It's how you use the word. And I'm telling you, let me tell you this. I have a 12-year-old daughter. Last year, I got a call from her school, and I was called to come out there. My daughter had a suicide book because she was so depressed because of the way she was being treated because she's biracial, and she was going to kill herself at the school that day. But they called me and got me out there. When I went into school, they didn't tell me that until I sat down. And when I sat down to talk to my daughter, she was 11 years old then. She broke down in my arms and started crying. My other daughter was sitting there beside me, 28, when she started crying. And I was like, what is wrong? And when I read the book of how the kids are calling her white this, and the black kids are calling her white, and the white kids are calling her niggers. And my baby,
so would you rather be called a white person or a nigger? You tell me what you prefer.
You don't fall into that arena. And the only thing I'm saying, you all have a platform. Think about the children. Do something for the children. Please do something for the children so that the children won't get caught up in this. Because with all of this stuff that's going on with Kim Zolciak and Nene Lee and everybody saying, oh, she's a racist, this and that, and all of this and everything.
But we're okay. Think about the children in this way. And I'm sorry to interject, but think about the children in this way. Creating a conversation is inviting tolerance. We all need to talk about it instead of like ignoring that it exists. Why wouldn't we talk about it? Like maybe kids need to hear what racism is, what colorism is, what tolerance is, instead of it being okay. If someone calls your daughter white and another person calls her black and she's biracial, that's a conversation you need to have with your daughter.
No, they didn't call her black. They didn't call her black. They called her the N-word.
Well, I mean, but what's worse? What's worse? The black people calling her white or the white people calling her the N-word? What's worse?
Both of them are bad. Both of them are bad. That's what I'm trying to get you to see.
Okay, so listen.
So as a biracial parent, what would you prefer that they call your daughter because she's biracial?
Did you all not hear when Kim Zolciak said she's getting threats to her family?
She is lying for one.
Not just to her family, but not just to her and Cora, but to her kids. When you have kids and
black men and women are threatened every day when they drive down the street, and
we are killed.
Like we are threatened every day by our mere existence a lot of times. So for you to be like she's getting threats because she uttered a word, a derogatory term, I mean, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I don't feel sorry for her because that's the way she feels, and she's getting the backlash from her actions. I don't know what you want me to say. One that doesn't have anything to do with the other. You're tying your biracial daughter in with Kim Zolciak say she's getting threatened. They're not the same. So I don't understand where the argument is.
The only thing I'm saying is all the racism on both sides. It has to stop. That's it.
Can you answer this one question for me?
We've been saying that for 200 years. Yes, it has to stop, but it's not going to stop tomorrow. It's not going to stop without a discussion until people feel that they are actually racist, until people feel that the things that they're saying are actually offensive. There's no way for it to stop.
Can I ask you a question? Okay. Instead of calling someone white, what is the correct word?
Caucasian, maybe?
What is the correct word? Can you tell me what?
Okay, she just said it, Caucasian. She just said it.
So I can't stand Kim racist Caucasian ass. Is that better?
Huh?
So white now is the derogatory term.
I never knew white was a derogatory term.
I didn't either. I didn't know calling somebody black was a derogatory.
White people call themselves white people. So I mean, how is that? I gotta ask my lawyer tomorrow because I never knew that white was a derogatory term. But thank you for your call.
It's how we choose to use our words. You know what? It's just like what you all said about the roaches. Candace said the roaches. When black people have gotten out the ghetto, we don't want to be classed no more with roaches.
When anybody comes out the ghetto, they don't want to be talked about they got roaches. Anybody, black, white, purple, or green. But the fact that Kim was around a bunch of African-American women, yes, they took it personally to mean she was talking about black women. She would not have done that if it was a white woman. I promise you. There are certain things that Kim will never do to white women. Kim will never go around white women saying motherfucker this, motherfucker that, bitch this, bitch that. I assure you, Kim uses her language the way she uses it because those are African-American women. That is what she does. She dumbs down. She acts slum. She acts ghetto because she feels like she's around a bunch of ghetto dumb women. That is what Kim does, period. So I'm not going to ever excuse that. I'm not.
And I really don't feel sorry for any of the threats that Kim is getting because Kim should have thought more about what she was putting out into the world.
Is that I'm not going to put myself in class with a roach. I'm understand that roach put me in a category of living in a project. I'm never living in a project. I've never had roaches in my house. I've seen people, you know, with stuff like that in their house. And you look at who was that on Atlanta Housewives? That everybody in Atlanta that has a pool has roaches in their houses and this and that and everything. So whether the house is big or small, whether you're rich or poor, you have roaches. My goodness.
Okay.
A roach is a roach.
What caller? I appreciate your call.
You know what?
We agree to disagree. I have other callers waiting, and I certainly appreciate your input. Thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, the truth.
I couldn't take it no more. Caller 2186. Somebody at my door. Caller 21.
Hey, Auntie Michelle. Hi, John.
Hey.
So those last two callers definitely exhausted me. I took some notes because last sis is confused. Last caller, you are fighting the wrong battle. If your baby is having racial identity issues, it is your responsibility as an adult to instill self-love from both sides, whatever her biracial sides are, that's your responsibility. Now, about the whole roach situation, if the tables were turned and Mimi was at Kim's house and allowed whoever, you know, her husband, whoever, to Snapchat a roach, Kim's first two responses would have been, one, I don't live in a trailer park. My house is not dirty, social, economical. Two, she would have said, I'm not a black bitch, which is a racial connotation to actually the roach situation. So to say that roaches cannot be, just, you know what, I'm tired, y'all.
I'm drained too, John. I'm up here looking at the clock like it's 9:30. I have not been to dinner. But I agree. I just never knew it was so many people in the sunken place.
I literally don't get it. I've never, you know, have had roaches in my house, but I do understand, you know, when I was younger, but even now, if I go to somebody's house and it's a roach, oh, it's time for me to take my purse because I don't, you know, I don't want them crawling in my bag, and it's time to go. There's a certain stereotype that is associated with roaches. So to say that somebody has roaches, regardless if it's a roach or not, regardless of whatever, you know, wherever you live, it's a negative connotation. Now the whole, you know, listen, this is the thing. We are in a time where race is a huge issue and everybody is so eager to be offended for whatever reason. I have never in my life heard of anyone say white is a racial or derogatory
never.
When you go and fill out a job application, what do they ask you? Are you white, black, Hispanic, Native American, whatever? These are titles. not a racial thing. And I mean, I can't, y'all. I hope everybody in the chat has a good night. The comments been lit. You know what? I can't.
But I sure appreciate you. I can't either. And I just want to take this last call because they've been waiting so long. And I certainly appreciate
Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you. Woo!
Good night, y'all.
Good night. Y'all tired? We tired. We so tired. How long we been on? I bet we've been on a long time, haven't we? Sure. Caller 2789. You are on the line. Please make it worth my while.
Michelle?
Hey.
Hey, I'm not even going to go into all that other stuff. That was ridiculous. My blood pressure's high.
God bless you.
I need a drink and I don't even drink.
God bless you.
So what I'm going to say is I called in on Sunday and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that video when Kim had called them niggas, but I wasn't sure. So I'm happy that you posted it. That's all I want to say. Thank you so much, girl. Go get you something to eat and have a drink for me.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Where are you calling from?
Washington State.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate you. And thank you for watching.
All right, bye guys.
All right, bye. Woo! We did it, y'all. We did it. Mama, we made it. We made it, honey. I certainly appreciate the dialogue, you guys. I certainly appreciate the conversation. I'm sorry I got loud. I got a little bit offended toward the end. I just didn't understand. Like, I never knew that white was a racial slur. Who knew? I got to put that in my book. White is a slur. Oh my God. Anyway, I want to thank all the people. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, visit straightfromtheA.com. I appreciate the people who super chat tonight. Elizabeth, I appreciate you. Elizabeth said, bless you, Joshua and Michelle, for dealing with these ignorant callers. Thank you, Elizabeth. We appreciate you. Princess AG said, people are so brainwashed, the more appropriate saying would be cracker. Lorraine said, you deserve this for back to back. Thank you, Lorraine. Miss T said, I had to drop a few dollars from all your troubles. These coons, callers are doing the most tonight. Y'all bless you. Y'all bless you. Sandy said, KKK Kim, come get your mama. She talking crazy. Tab Black, thank you. You said, I love watching you. Green Tea, thank you. Lanina, as always, we love you too. D Ramsey, thank you so much. Open Lanes Productions, thank you so much. Jen the Goddess, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate each and every one of you. And we'll be back tomorrow. I am not going live again tonight. I did 4 whole videos. If you didn't catch the other ones, please look at them. I did one about Kim. I did one with Peter. I did one about Bill Cosby. And I did this one. Thank you. I have put in my YouTube time for the week. And I appreciate you. I'm sure Joshua got a lot of stories to tell you. Joshua's channel is Just J-U-S, a Superstar Carter. Just a Superstar Carter. And he will tell you all the stories, honey. He will curse everybody out and tell you about his experiences. And I appreciate you again. Good night, you guys. Bye. Good night, y'all.